Turn my mic up. Are we ready? Welcome, everybody, to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. I am Tony.
I am Sean.
And I'm Jeff.
And I'm a little bit out of practice. It's been a couple weeks, but I'm back.
Delinquent son.
For some action. Delinquent. You delinquent on these ends. All right, I'll pay my booth rent so I can jump back in. All right, everybody across the country hearing us, just share our thoughts, getting away from the norm. The one thing I can't get away from right now is it is cold in Ohio. Cold and snowy and cold and treacherous.
That's a shame.
What you got going on out there in San Diego, Sean?
Let me tell you something, dog. It's 70 degrees today.
70 degrees.
Huh? Sunshine and tacos for real.
Ooh-wee.
Huh?
Jeff, I already saw the pictures of Chicago.
Look, I took my trash out. Hold on. I took my trash out, t-shirt and shorts and slides. Jeff, how is that weather in Chicago?
Look, digging out, bro. It's straight digging out. It's still coming down right now. Probably woke up to probably about a good 6 inches, and it's still coming down. So
we had it. It turned to rain this morning, and it's supposed to turn back to snow here in about 2 hours. So we'll see. I'll be doing the same thing. Same thing.
I won't.
Yeah, we know you won't. Send some of that our way.
Nothing like a little cardio. Look, it's just a little cardio. That's all.
Cardio, strength training, all that.
All that.
I might get Braylon out there, teach him what it means to walk back with a backache in the house, and your feet cold and your hands cold,
right,
and wet,
and don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
And wet
and sweaty all at the same time,
and sweaty.
Man, if I had sons, they would have been out there with me too.
I believe in equal opportunity, Jeff.
Title IX up in here.
Right. We're getting ready for the D1 scholarship, son.
So what's up, fellas? I would say what have I missed, but I got filled in both weeks. My son was actually watching the podcast and telling me stuff, asking me stuff. So I feel like I was right there with you, even though I wasn't right there with you.
I feel like I was right there with you. We said it, didn't we, Jeff, last week? He ain't gonna watch it, but Braylon will. Thanks, B. So what you missed? You probably saw the commercial. You know, we getting down with A9 Radio, DJ Swig, Mr. 937.
I saw that. I saw that. You know, I haven't quite agreed to the terms of the contract yet, but you know, it's looking pretty nice.
Check your fax machine.
Pretty nice. Just need like 2 more zeros.
Yes.
2 more zeros added on, but I'm sure we'll get to where we need to be.
That's right.
Don't let that influence you guys, though. I mean, my deal is not the same. But
just make sure them 2 zeros are on the right side of the decimal point.
Right now, you
weren't real specific.
Right now, they're not. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're working on. Nah, but looking forward to that. Eric's doing some Swig's doing. Excuse me, forgot. I'm not supposed to use government names on here sometimes. He's doing some good things with that, and looking forward to being part of it. My bad.
Scuzzy sighting.
My bad. So what's up? What's going on this week?
You tell us. You the one been gone. What you mean? What's up? Tell us what you've been doing.
I've been catching up on
we ain't heard
everything.
from you in 2 weeks. Let's
I know,
talk about
right?
a couple things. Hey, how you feeling about the Buckeyes in that beatdown? Let's give them some time, Jeff. Go ahead, let it breathe.
You know what? You ain't got to give me no time.
I'm gonna eat
you
this
ain't
breakfast.
got to give me no time. You know, get to be a participant instead of a spectator. So that's how I feel about that.
Oh,
win, loser, draw. We made it there yet again, and hopefully we'll see what happens next year. But you know, we made it there, and we lost to the same team that probably would have beat anybody else sitting in that same seat. So
we
it's
did lose to the same team. I did mention that, Jeff, didn't I? We lost to the same team, and guess what?
There you go.
Guess what? Devontae Smith didn't hit us for 5 touchdowns in the first half. That's what he did to us.
You know, but whether he hit you for 1 or hit you for 5, the result was the same.
Nope.
You know, really, to be honest,
the result was not the same. It was a proper beatdown.
You're right. We still got some mention because we were in the national championship game. Now,
That's right.
Jeff, I know the old adage, and I don't know if it's true or not, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. How do you guys feel sitting just watching everybody else play?
Here he comes swinging. It's like I always try to pass the buck off. Bucks get beat down, and here he come on trying to bring in some old news. Let's just stay current. Y'all got to hand it to y'all. Stay current. What y'all tell me? Like y'all always say, I can't live in the past about what we used to do. Let's not live in the past about what didn't happen. Y'all got beat down.
That's right. Right.
Hold on,
beat down.
Look,
beat down.
So bad we lost you.
But let's not lose focus here.
We lost you for 2 weeks. What Jeff said, we were so mad you were gone for 2 weeks.
You for 2 weeks after you got beat down.
Jeff is on fire.
I was having to recover. But hold on. Don't misunderstand the message here. I'm trying to make sure you are comfortable in this conversation because I know you can't lend a whole lot to it, having not been in action for about a month and a half, 2 months.
Hey, that's all right though. But you know what? Guess what? At the end of the day, the way that beat down looked, y'all didn't look like y'all had been in action for a month and a half either. So it's all good.
Thank you.
Y'all left it all. Look, y'all left it all on the field for Clemson. That's all I can say. Good thing y'all played that game.
That's right. That's right. You're 100% right. 100% right.
Jeff ain't playing with you, man.
But I'll still say
he's not
playing.
Look,
but Phil still look. I still give Phil his props. But y'all got.
Don't make me remind Coach Day about hanging 100 on y'all.
That's old news.
All right,
old news.
No, I'm talking next year.
I mean that's old news. He talked that like that was like 2 years ago. So we still talking about this year.
Don't get Harbaugh on that
season
boys
that just ended. The season that just ended.
Harbaugh's gonna be like, Cooks, quit writing checks that we can't cash. All right. Now, with that being said, you know what? We finished the college football season. You know what? Whoever wins the spot, and he'll be quality. That we always put somebody quality back there. Who is your quarterback next year?
Hey, that's a good question.
Hey, football season don't start till the fall, y'all. I mean, dang.
I know, right? We gotta save some of that. So my Super Bowl picks have come to fruition. Yes, I made my picks this past Sunday.
I
was like, hold on a second. I was like, we all picked the same too.
That's what I was saying. Like, wait a minute. We were just saying on the pod that you were here that we are terrible with some of these picks.
Yeah. I made the right picks. I just waited till Sunday to make them, and so I'll let you know next Sunday night before bed my pick for the Super Bowl winner was.
I'm going with my homeboy. You
know what? I don't think you can bet against the Chiefs. I would, no matter whether you're a Tampa Bay fan or not, and it's cool to see what Tom Brady's done. I've never been a Tom Brady fan. However, I do like excellence, and I do like the fact that he came over here, took a team that didn't even make the playoffs the previous year, okay, with a lot of the same weapons on offense and some of the same on defense. That team continued to get better, and people were asking going into the season, can Tom Brady even get this team to the playoffs? And you know what? A lot of people said no. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see him be able to do it without Belichick because I feel like there was a monkey there. And we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a good game, but I don't see how you can bet against Kansas City.
This guy loves a Michigan quarterback, Jeff. And you are frozen.
Hey.
I love winners.
Jeff, I am. Am I frozen?
Yeah. It's that cold weather in Chicago, man.
Yeah,
got y'all locked up.
Chicago. Look, I'll be right back. I'll come back up in there.
This dude loves Michigan quarterbacks. Well, that's the only Michigan quarterback only quarterback that they can root for is a Michigan quarterback because Ohio State quarterbacks can't win in the NFL.
Nah, we just win on Saturdays, man.
We just win on Saturdays.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens. Your boy Haskins got picked back up again.
That's a joke.
So,
speaking of coming out too soon, your boy Justin Fields is going to drop.
He'll still be the second. He'll still be the second quarterback taken.
No, they're talking about the cat from Utah, from BYU. Wilson. He's cold. You ever seen him play? He's cold.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play.
He's cold.
You know what? I don't care where Justin Fields goes. My hope is he just goes to the right situation. It doesn't matter if you go 1, 2, 10, 21, 50, if you go the wrong spot, you know. So we'll see where he goes. Hopefully he goes to the right spot, gets in a situation that he can develop, that next level game.
Before that mega trade yesterday with Goff and Stafford going to the Rams, Goff going to Detroit, they had Fields projected to go to Detroit.
Thank goodness.
So he just got saved.
Thank goodness.
They might still take him, though.
I said they might.
Hope not. But we'll see. I mean, whatever's the right situation. So we're ways away of knowing what that situation will be. I can tell you this. I don't think he's going to Jacksonville. So
no, he's not going to Jacksonville.
No, he's not going to Jacksonville.
I told our friend Eric Brown that your boy Urban Meyer's got bills to pay. He ain't got no time for no allegiances to the school that he used to coach at.
Nope.
Grown man bills to pay.
So how would you? So let's play this game.
So wait. Question me this then: why does Trevor Lawrence not drop down, and Justin Lewis and your boy does from Ohio State? Why does his?
Well, I'm not saying.
Well, I'm asking Sean because Sean said he's on drop. And I said I'm just curious. Why does he drop?
Because he's clear. No, because the need for a quarterback at different positions at different teams, right? So they're saying that the first two teams that take the first two quarterbacks, they need quarterbacks, but those other teams don't need a quarterback necessarily. So that's why he drops. He didn't drop because of performance or anything. It's just the need for that position, right? So for example, if Kansas City had the third pick, they're not taking a quarterback, right?
True that. So I mean, I understand that. So I guess my question is, but you're saying the first two teams need quarterbacks. So why is he not the second one to go?
Because they have Wilson from BYU projected higher than Justin Fields. That's Todd McShay and that's Mel Kiper. I'm just saying. I'm listening to the experts. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just reporting facts. Don't shoot the messenger, Jeff. Don't get mad at me.
Hey man, I'm just hearing. I'm just asking the question. Just asking the question.
No, I mean it's been like that all year though. They've projected Wilson to be really high. Just because he's playing at BYU. I mean, Ty Detmer played there. Jimmy McMahon.
Yeah, we said.
He's more athletic than those guys. It was what's needed in today's NFL. You can't be a pocket guy like Detmer and a system guy like Detmer, and then McMahon, he benefited from a great defense and great running game.
Yes, he did.
Right. So this guy can throw it better than McMahon, and he moves better than Detmer. In today's NFL, that's what you need. He's cold. You ever seen his highlights? He's nice.
Seen him.
Jeff is he's like, this dude is sus. What?
But I think the thing is though, history giving Ohio State quarterbacks, we might be right.
You daggone right. In fact, they get no grace.
Michigan's got 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl this year.
Pass the Henny.
All right, go ahead, Tom. What was you about to say now?
I forget now. It's all good. It wasn't that important.
About Ohio State, not that important. Yeah. But all right.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't relevant because we're important there.
Look, Sean, that looks good, man. What you over there smashing?
Eggs with some onion, tomato, serrano pepper. You call it what do you call it? Huevos, torta de huevo, and some refried beans.
It's tasty, bro.
I missed breakfast, man. We were making the chili, and I missed breakfast.
Mm-hmm. A nice motivational text this morning, Jeff. Getting everybody on their chili game.
On that chili game, hey, it's the perfect weather for it, man.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Look, eat off of it a couple days, you be good to go.
John said, "Yeah, this 70. It's perfect in this 70 degree weather."
Heat. It gets chilly here at night, man. It gets chilly. It drops down to 57.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Go to the
we'll
mountains.
see.
You get snow.
We'll see 57 again.
We got the air on.
Look, 57. We'll be back outside in shorts.
That's right.
That's right.
I walked into work the other day with just a polo shirt on, and dude's like, "You ain't got no coat?" I was like, "Man, I'm from Ohio." He's like, "Oh, carry on." This is nothing.
Right.
So, what we've learned this week from Facebook, we have a lot of folks who have earned their stock market, their degree in stock market from Facebook.
Oh.
A lot of these are the same people that earned their medical degree, and expertise in COVID.
Dual majors, right?
Also, poli-sci majors. As we went through the election.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what did we learn really this week on the stock market? What did we learn about the way it works? I'll be honest. I don't think much of anything. I learned once again, jump quick. Don't be the responder. Don't be the one that 3 days later decides, hey, I'm going to jump on this wagon too, because you are then nothing but a statistic. You are the one you're the bounce back guy, right? Because now I'm hearing is how much money certain folks lost by trying to catch up 3 days later on a wave.
Johnny come lately.
Johnny come lately.
It don't work.
So
it don't work.
Congrats to those folks who caught lightning in a bottle. That's winning. And I applaud them. Give them the claps, Sean. Give them the claps because they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve the applause.
They did a story on a guy out here in San Diego, man. He made $1 million on that GameStop deal.
Wow. Good for him.
A smooth million.
Good for him. I wish that was us, but you know what? Just be ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's what they say.
Cool. Million.
Stay ready.
My
Woo-wee.
I got in on something, though.
I heard.
I got on a little something. I follow a couple guys on Twitter that were kind of like heading that up on Twitter and that Reddit group. I got in there and started looking around on there, and they said something, and I said, how much are you willing to lose? And I said, I got the amount that I'm willing to lose, like going to the casino, right? You go to the casino, you say, okay, I'm going to spend $100, and after I spend it, if I don't win anymore, I'm going home. You're willing to lose that amount, and we set an amount, and we bought the stock. And we'll see.
And you know what? So no matter what happens, your mood don't change.
Mood don't change. I'm
your mood don't change
for
the worst.
But you know what? If I lose it, then I'm like, okay, cool, I lost it. But you know what? If I win,
it's tacos on Huffman.
Tacos on Huffman. That's it, baby. Huh? That's how it works. You got to have that mindset, man.
That.
You can't just go in there guessing. I'm just going off of what the dudes who report on it and say this is what's happening with this one. And then I look at all the other people who said, yep, I got in on it just because of what you said, and they're posting their gains. So I said, well, let me look at that one. And it was naked, NAKD. That was the stock. It's gone down. It's gone down since, but they're saying hold it. So I'm going to hold it. Because GameStop went down too. And then went way up, and then went down when the government and all those other hedge funds bailed out that one hedge fund. It went down. Well, it went back up after the day that Robinhood said you can't buy anymore, and then they changed their mind. It went right back up. Oh my God, what a game!
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Well, the government gets involved. I sent the text out. That's what you're storing the capital about. Is your money, not some stolen election and hidden votes and. No, they messing with your money, your opportunity to make money. When they can do it legally, right? When it benefits all the millionaires and the billionaires, yeah, we're gonna hedge our bets on this stock and bet that it fails, and then they make money. Well, when the little guy who says, you know what, we see you hedging, why don't we all collectively get together, put our money in, buy the stock, and make it go up? That way you have to go buy the stock too, and therefore it goes up as well. Because when they do that, when they hedge their fund, it's on a loan. So when they see it go up, they have to go actually buy the stock now. And that's when it goes through the roof. The key is to know when to get out. You can't just be thinking it's going to ride forever.
Kenny Rogers song.
Play it. You got it. You probably got that in that crate of records that you got, huh?
You know what? I'm sure I do, but I haven't went through all those yet.
Man.
Thanks to Gail, the mother-in-law. She hooked it up. Appreciate it.
Tongue got that
I was working out to some Stevie Wonder this morning.
Yeah.
This morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Some Soul Train and Don Cornelius yesterday.
Do you notice a difference in the sound?
Absolutely. I hear the crackling when it starts.
It sounds good, don't it?
I love it.
Sounds good.
Love it. Because I'm getting older, right? It reminds me of when I was young.
The nostalgia.
That's right. That's right.
Look, Saturday morning cleaning.
That's so you clean the house, though? You use that album cover to sweep up the dirt from the kitchen floor? That's what we used to do. No dustpan, use the album cover.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It won't stay in mint condition, but it'll serve a purpose.
Hold on. My goodness.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Do us a favor and hit the subscribe button right there on YouTube. Like it, share it. We appreciate it. Right there. Still right there. All right. Also, you can follow us on any social media platform. For instance, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And last but not least, you can check out the audio on pretty much anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. So, once again, subscribe, like, share, Getaway Podcast with Tony and Sean and Jeff.
Oh my God.
I tell you what. So 2021.
I just knew he would have a list.
2020,
a laundry list of things that he's ready to talk. I was ready for something like, all right, let's go. We got something to talk about.
You ease back in. But I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
You talk about 2020 being tough for a lot of folks. 2020 was solid for a lot of folks as well, but it definitely had its challenges. 2021, we're a month in now. And the reality is those challenges are all still here. That were here last year. In some cases, they're getting tougher. In some cases, some things are lightening up. But it doesn't. For me, it just reinforces. Listen, it's going to be what's going to be. Change your mindset, change your actions, change your outlook. And control what you can control. And hopefully, after this buffer month of January, hopefully we can just all continue to keep those things in mind and you know what? Turn lemons into lemonade, right? Lemons into lemonade. That's where I'm at.
That's where you're at.
That's where I'm at.
Nothing.
That's where I'm at.
Nothing has changed. The calendar's changed. But in the Huffman land, ain't nothing changed. I go to work.
Ain't nothing changed.
I come home, BBD. I ain't going nowhere. Right? I'm not risking it. I don't want to risk it. So nothing's changed. I don't care. It could be 2022 for all I care. Until I get my vaccination and everybody else gets their vaccination, I'm treating it as it's still a deadly virus. And that's what I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would agree. I
mean,
for the most part,
folks are still dialing.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really changed a whole lot. Our pattern's still about the same. And like you, Sean, just waiting. I was talking the other day. We were just talking about the vaccine. So, trying to figure out, trying to find this, like trying to find that pot of gold at the rainbow. It's just like, hopefully you can get in line and get one.
I saw a report on the news that there's some kind of animal that clings to coral reef that the researchers have been testing. It's already they already pulled from that animal or whatever, organism, whatever it is in the ocean, and they use it for another disease. And they were testing existing cures against the virus. And they're saying that what this one does is they've tested it on mice and human cells, I think they said. But what it does is like the current vaccine attacks the virus, the protein in the virus. And this one is called squid something, squirt something is the animal, but I forgot the name of the drug. It doesn't attack. It attaches to the human, our protein somewhere in our body, in our cells, and it protects us from the virus. Right? So it's like having an alarm on your house versus having a guard dog go out there and attack. You know what I mean?
Mm. So acts more of a shield?
Right. It's more of a shield. And the researcher, the scientist was like, humans, we don't mutate as often as a virus does, obviously.
Mm.
So that's why he's saying that they use that medicine to protect the human cell versus trying to attack the virus, because it can mutate and then it won't work on the next strand. So they're saying they're working on it. They're in a certain stage, like stage 1 of, they got to go through that 3-step process. They're in stage 1 of submitting it for further research and testing. But I would definitely prefer to have go that route, and maybe do a 1-up every year, like the flu shot, versus new strain, so we gotta hurry up and make some more of a different kind of vaccination. You might have to get it every 6 months. I don't know how it works, but I would rather have something protect me. It's kind of like sunscreen. I'd rather have sunscreen than not have it, or try to put on some glasses or sit in the shade. That's the better way to say it. Don't say nothing funny. Black people do burn, Tone.
I ain't said nothing about that.
I saw your face. Like
Nah.
I don't need sunblock. You know what I'm saying? What was the face for?
I can't even go there, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
We trying to have an intelligent sounding conversation, and I'm listening and soaking it in. But then all I started thinking was, okay, that's like, don't give me the lotion. Let me keep my skin moisturized all the time.
I was saying where
so I don't go from ashy to classy. I just stay.
It's sunscreen.
I was talking about lotion. I was thinking about them knees and elbows, Sean.
It's kind of like how you look right now. You look a little dry.
That's right.
A little gray.
That's right. Dry. That's right. That's right.
Go on somewhere, Sick James. You might try to hear that.
Oh, man. It's a little gray today. It is a little gray. Not gray like you, but it's gray.
It's the same gray, son. What the hell are you talking about?
No.
It's the same gray. It is the exact same gray. And if that hair grows out,
gray and white.
If that hair grows out,
it'll be great.
Woo-wee. You look like Jeff's shirt, his Christmas shirt he had on, but up top. Huh? Yeah. Just say something.
I missed. You know what? I missed the laughter on Sunday afternoon.
He only came back so we wouldn't change the name of the podcast, Jeff. That's the only reason he came back.
Hey, look, he got right in time.
He wouldn't have said we were gonna change the name, boy.
I thought 3 was it. I was like, yeah, I better get back in. I could miss the next 2 weeks, but boy, you don't miss the 3rd in a row.
You get put off the team that way,
man.
Right? You miss the practice.
It's like
coach get to
like that third one. You need the that third absence. You need that note justified.
Yeah,
right.
Where is you?
Right.
Yeah, we need a note.
That's right. And I'm in the midst of these contract negotiations too. Boy, you lose all leverage.
Yeah,
when you're MIA.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a point. That's a great point. You miss out on that money.
Mm-hmm.
You better start showing up.
That's right. That's right. So
hilarious.
Gotta be available. Best ability is availability.
That's right.
That's right.
Herm Edwards. That's a Herm Edwardsism.
Right. That's right. That and don't press send.
and nothing happens. Nothing good happens after midnight.
Man.
The 3 things to live by. You just said them. We need to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Speaking of t-shirts, Speaking of
He
T-shirts,
just bobbing.
I know. Speaking of popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I had to wait.
I keep forgetting.
I had to wait and make
to
sure my name was still on the marquee.
Your name's
I had
up
to
there.
wait and make sure my name was still on the marquee.
Let me tell you something, man. We don't get the T-shirts. They ain't gonna be on that contract. How about that?
Look,
Man.
text me the address, Sean. I need
Text
the
me
address.
the address. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to text Jeff the address. Right
9361 Lakeside Street.
It's really?
Dang.
You're doing that to the world?
What's that?
I was gonna say 800 South Main Street, and the name of the town is fresh off a cop's tail, in love of Robin Harris. I'm from a town called Fresh Off a Cop's Beep, and you're making me homesick. I thought that's what we were gonna go with. Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh man.
Do I need to edit that, Tone?
Oh, it don't matter, man.
Okay.
It ain't like I said. It ain't like I said. Call Sean at 937-3017 beep beep beep. Figure out the last three.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Oh, bro.
Tone is on one, ladies and gentlemen. He is on one. Jeff,
Good for the heart, man.
Tone is on one. We got to fix this because this ain't going to work for me. And Jeff, I just want to let you know I'm sending you that address, but it's probably saved in your account when you go to Garrett's Popcorn and order it online.
I know when I pull it up, I know when I type it in, it'll probably start pulling up. But I just want to make sure I got it. Shut up.
You done bought so much, it's already locked in, son.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
Don't get mad at me.
All I know is the last time it counted, I didn't have to send you nothing.
I had to send you something. I got you a little
I know.
little drink set.
My little bourbon set.
Does
yeah,
that work?
That's cool.
You like
that?
that?
Yeah, man. I like that.
That was like the metal cubes. You can freeze the metal cubes and put it in your drink. Yeah. That's what's up.
Keeps your stuff from getting watered down. That's cool.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
From watered down, son. Hold on, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening and watching the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Please take a moment and subscribe and follow us on YouTube. You can push the button right there. Right there. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. You can also find our audio anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. Thank you again for following the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Say word, son.
Word, son.
Word, son. I don't know what to do with you, man. We got to record it. We got to re-record that after the pod.
As we get you prepared for this next quiet fire hit. Keeping you warm in front of the fire on this cold last night of January. Say word, son. Woo!
The production manager, the set production manager, says that me and Tony, we need to do one that sounds like Jeff's. So it all is coordinated where we have some ahs in there. Golly.
Girl, I know it's been hard.
No, Braylon, it's not done.
Tell B we are working.
Dang.
B, we are working, trying to earn these zeros.
We're trying to earn some money, man.
Every one of them.
I got kids chiming in.
Earn these zeros, man.
Next? The dog is next. Huh? Turn my headphones up.
He called you B. Oh, there's the dog.
Right on cue.
Right on cue.
He said, "Somebody say my name, son."
He said, "Somebody call for me. Let me get my
Right.
15 seconds."
Right. All right. So, we lost another great coach, Coach Chaney from Temple. I would like to say famously known for playing that amoeba zone defense. I loved that. I loved it a lot. And Bomani Jones says zone is for cowards, and his tweet in regards to him, he said some nice things about him, but he said that's the only zone that he respects because it had some man principles in it. A lot of them do now, but back then they didn't.
Yeah.
And he was in that group. He was in that same caliber as far as influence and opening doors as John Thompson, right, from Georgetown. So, we
and also famously threatened to kick John Calipari's tail.
That's right.
So
you can say it. Say it.
I'll kill you, you son of a gun.
Huh? Man, we lost a good one. He was a good coach.
SEC.
Yeah, he was.
Man, he took Temple to the Elite Eight like 3 or 4 times.
Man,
that ain't gonna happen again. That's not gonna happen.
Not unless they cheating.
Unless they cheating. And
not unless they cheating.
Famously notorious for having 6 a.m. practices. I heard the story the other day, and a guy said he was a reporter and he was just starting off, so he was meeting with Temple, and he asked the coach, "Why do you have 6 a.m. workouts? With all these other schools are working out. These kids are working out in the afternoon after classes and whatnot." He said, "I do it because I know where my kids are at 9 p.m. If I got a 6 a.m. workout, they're gonna be in the bed at 9 o'clock. Get ready for this workout." So that's my way of controlling and being able to make sure that they're where they're supposed to be at night. And that goes back to what made me think of him was when we said nothing good happens after midnight, right?
Yeah.
And that was the reason he did that. He put that structure on them kids, and then that way it keeps them out of a little bit of trouble. When you're in college, you're gonna get in some trouble, but when you put that 6 a.m., that means you're gonna get up out of bed 5:30 at the latest. Then you might need to be in bed or in your room right around 9, 10 o'clock. Good for him.
Yeah, man. Nothing like the early morning workouts. They hurt.
That's right. So I'm gonna get a claps to Coach Chaney. Rest in power. That's what's up. Temple Owls. Elite Eights. How you take Temple to the Elite Eight? That's like taking Michigan to the college football playoff.
Oh, there we go.
I just had to slide it in. Since I ain't got my popcorn, I got jokes for you every week till I get my popcorn. How about that?
I'm gonna hold your popcorn hostage until you stop there.
You gonna hate me. I'll be over here writing them up like Chris Rock and them.
Hey, Tony, y'all, Ohio schools, are y'all back in session? Y'all back in person, or y'all doing a hybrid?
Man, it just depends on where you're at, man. We got folks that haven't been back to school yet. We got folks that have been back, off, scheduled to be back, going virtual, offering both. So honestly, it's just there's no rhyme or reason. It's just wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Just wherever you're at. One thing I was talking to a coach about a couple of days ago is one thing we see here, and it's just accepted. Like, it's not even really talked about. When this all first started hitting and people were trying to get back in the swing of things and trying to get back to some sense of normalcy with getting kids back on the field to play, especially in the fall, all of a sudden somebody would have to quarantine and to be on the news. And, did you hear about, this school or that school? Because they're all, I'm going to tell you what, during the winter, it's commonplace. Like, I'm talking to a coach the other day. He's like, man, we done quarantined twice. We done missed two 2-week periods, but that's the norm. Like, it's almost like the exception is not having to quarantine. But we don't even hear about it now, really. I mean, you don't hear about it on the news or anything like that. It's just the understanding that most everybody's going to quarantine. I had one coach tell me the other day, he said, we've really been fortunate. It's a fall sport, but obviously they're in the weight room now. And you're going through the protocols and how many kids you can have in at once and how you got to keep things wiped down and distanced and things like that. He said, we've been fortunate. We only had one kid so far, and it only affected his group and a particular coach because that was it. But we're just going to keep seeing more and more of that. But even for us, in youth sports, man, it's I think we've gotten 6 official games in. We've got 1 or 2 more games left. And when we started, we had a 16 game schedule. I mean, that's what we're looking at,
Right.
So it just kind of is what it is. You're heading into the tournament now for high school sports, and we talk about it, and I know it's a different conversation, but I remember, Sean, when we brought up the NFL and guys having to miss, and you were pretty strong in your opinion of, don't feel bad for them. And I get that to a degree, because I think in that situation you can control your narrative a lot more.
Yeah.
Not only do you have, some money to be able to do certain things, but you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate corporation that's going to basically do what it needs to do to try to keep everybody safe. As far as but we don't have that. The kids don't have that in high school.
All right.
So in one sense we're saying, okay, back to school, and then this, the next sense it's but now you get to miss, go out there and bust your tail for whatever. Now you got to miss the next 2 weeks, so stay home, but then come back, and if one of you gets it, we're going to do the same thing. And it's a big mess. It's a big uncontrollable, we can control whether we go out to here, go out to there, jump in a plane, go do this, go do that. But we're just talking about the normal,
right?
Go to school, go to practice, and then you got the school of thought. And I had a conversation with an administrator on Friday, and it was like, their stance was they still can't understand how we can go back and forth and question being in school. Okay. And they question it. I mean, they're like, maybe we don't need to be there. But at the same time, we're back full-fledged into athletics, rolling on the mats, rubbing up against each other, sweating on each other, And she was very, very pointed in her opinion that if we're struggling with any of this, how in the heck are we doing that? And I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I applaud folks for doing everything they can to kind of help each other out. We're all in this together. Working to stay safe and protocols and distance and masks and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Having gone through it, we were very fortunate. We went through it. COVID hit us, and we were very fortunate. We didn't have to deal with, going to the hospital and getting on a ventilator or things like that. And, we were able to quarantine and stay, away from folks and get through the symptoms that we had. But it just got us thinking, like, to be honest, like for us, there was nothing that hit us so bad that would make us think it was anything bad. And how many people, then I talk to people, after, and they're like, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure we had it during this time. Or I'm pretty sure we had it during that time. And the scary thing about it is, you got these people who are asymptomatic, don't have any symptoms, right? So of course they're going to be out spreading it. And then you have the people like us who had very mild symptoms. And to be honest, if we didn't go, if my wife didn't go get a test before, a procedure, I probably wouldn't have gotten a test, and neither one of us would have even known, until we lost that sense of smell and taste, then we would have known. But everything else, it's like, so, it's that made it hit home a little bit more for us. Like, you just don't know. You don't know.
Back to that, to the statement about school versus athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Because, especially indoor is different from outdoor in the fall and football and whatnot, because it's the air and you can space out. In the indoor athletics, I think it's a difference between that and being in a classroom all day, and multiple classrooms with multiple sets of kids and teachers and whatnot. So I can see how
moving in and out. Yeah.
I see why it's easier to do athletics, basketball, wrestling, whatever, volleyball. They're doing, winter volleyball, league volleyball, all that stuff, club volleyball, because there's not as many people. A classroom, Jeff, you sit in a classroom, 25, 30 kids, bell rings, you got it, you swapping out the kids, or are these kids staying together?
Well, it depends how you look at it. Like, so here, we're hybrid, right? So our hybrid model basically has our kids set up in pods or shifts. So we're set to come back tomorrow full, right? So pod A or shift A will meet Monday and Tuesday in person. Everybody will be online on Wednesday. Right now, families had to opt in. So the way it would have been like, so if everybody would have came back, like if they just said, everybody's coming back, no choice.
Yeah.
You would have no more than 15 kids per room. So you would have 15 students in the room. The way we're setting it up, in most schools, or at least in the pods, is that the kids are not moving, right? So the way that we're set up, like at my school, we'll have one classroom. Like, so my middle school, basically they rotate, they're departmentalized. So they have a science teacher, ELA teacher, social studies, and math. So the kids are not moving. They're staying set in the classroom. The teachers will rotate. And so the teachers can actually interact with it. They can interact with 10 pods.
They gotta love that, right?
So so it's a way for us to kind of neglect or negate the number of kids that are moving through the hallway, because they can kind of stand, and it's easier to kind of contact trace if something was to come up. But we started off probably with about 8, would have probably had about 7 kids per classroom every day.
Y'all running buses?
They are running buses. So basically everybody has to be, but the thing is that you have to go through, and it's the hard part, right? You have to go through a screener. Everybody's supposed to do a screener. So every day before I go to work, I have to log in and I have to answer 10 questions about my health, how I feel, where have I been, did I go out of town, where are these cities, have I run a fever, have I had a loss of scent, or did I lose my sense of taste or smell, all these different things. And then basically your screener will say, okay, you're good to go. And then when you get there, you have to take a temperature. Problem is that, like you said, Tony, if you're asymptomatic, temperatures don't really give you a true reading about whether or not you are carrying the virus or not. So different things of buildings, they tested air quality in the buildings to make sure the ventilation systems are working. Every room has an air purifier in it as well. And then of course you can always crack a window just to kind of help ventilate that even more.
It's kind of hard.
So do I think
in Chicago?
Do I think it's perfect? It is, but also you got to think about the heat that runs in our buildings. So it's so hot, man.
Let me ask you
sometimes
this.
You crack the window just to kind of balance it out anyway.
Right. Well, let me ask you this: the teachers, public schools in Chicago, the teachers are on strike, or
not
what's
yet.
going on?
So basically, right now they're negotiating with the mayor and the board. So they want more things put in place from a safety standpoint.
So this is part of that federal package that our president is trying to get through Congress. So some of that money is going to go to the schools to help with facilities as far as ventilation and all that other stuff, right? Upgrades.
Right. Yeah. Upgrades with that, making sure that there's systems in place to kind of help teachers and everybody in the building get vaccinated.
Right.
Frequently testing. I've been tested 3 times in the last 6 weeks.
Right.
So they come in, it's a 15-minute result, nasal swab. So that's getting more, I won't say it's getting more comfortable, at least we're getting used to it. So basically they give you 15 minutes. As long as you don't get no news is good news in this case, right? So and so they're upping it now, where first it was like a quarter of your staff needed to be tested. Now the teachers asking for it to increase. So likely to be at least half the staff tested. And then trying to get people vaccinated. We're supposed to, teachers are supposed to be in that next wave of vaccinations. So see how it goes. The thing is this, vaccinations are great. They help, right? It's not a cure, but it helps.
Right.
So, and I think as long as people recognize that the vaccination is like a flu shot, just because you get the flu shot doesn't mean you still can't get the flu.
Right.
But it's helpful. So
tell that to the 30 people that were protesting out here in California that shut down the largest vaccination site there in Los Angeles.
They shut it down.
You see that story? Yeah, they were protesting. People were pulling in to get their vaccination, You got anti-vaxxers out there protesting, and the police came and shut the gates, trying to stop anything from happening. Nothing violent happened. I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm in line, it's gonna be some violence. I'm trying to get vaccinated, and you're out here with your picket sign, trying to slow it down.
Why are they trying to stop it?
They don't. There's a group of anti-vaxxers. They don't believe in the vaccination. Some of them don't believe that it's real, that the virus is real.
So they out there with no mask and everything else going on,
yelling and screaming in each other's face, right? Yeah, there would have been some violence. They would have needed the police if I was in line. Somebody would have needed something. Get my shot.
So Jeff,
yeah.
So Jeff, saying all that, and kudos to you guys. Really, really kudos to I want to recognize that there's a lot of folks out here trying to do it right. And when I say that, I mean administrators, coaches, school administration, athletic administration, folks who are putting on, still trying to put on events, albeit maybe not as well attended. But kudos to them, man, because, still being involved in athletics and still coaching and being out there, we're going to different gyms, right, for basketball. And we're seeing, the social distancing, the setup and the protocols in place. They're coming in one door, leaving another. Everybody leaving, can't come into the next people leave. And everything gets sprayed down and sanitized and wiped down and this and the other, and masks. I mean, I had a situation yesterday, I got my neck buff on and I'm coaching, and, I pull my neck buff down while I'm talking, yelling to the kids on the floor, and I'm here with it, both hands on it, ready to put it back on. And the guy comes around, he's like, "Hey, coach, you got to get that mask back on," and I got it, I was like, "Hey, my bad," But people that really, and I even told the folks afterwards, that came over, wait for us to get our stuff off the bench so they could spray everything down and do all that. I said, really appreciate that you guys are, taking these extra steps, because the reality of it is everybody's not. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's not. And fortunately, I feel, fortunate that we've been very lucky in most cases. And it started really with our organization, the folks that run our organization. I mean, they've been very adamant, and we have to do the QR checks with every one of our kids every practice, and doing the temperatures and masks and listen, don't let them walk in and coaches not be masked up, because your practice is shut down. You're done. Yeah. Don't let them walk in and some kids don't have their face coverings, because guess what? You're done. We're sending you home. Should be. Yeah. So can appreciate that, but just know it's not like that everywhere. And I'm not gonna. And listen, I'm not here to drop the dimes on the World Wide Web. Drop them. But I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna drop them. I'm not gonna drop them. But what I will say is this: if you run events and you're not doing the right things, don't be surprised when the county shows up at your next event. Oh. Okay, because people take it seriously. That's right. Tone
gonna be on the phone calling Jeff. He gonna be like,
no, I'm not saying that.
I saw the basketball team over there. They had no mask on or nothing.
Huh?
No.
In the dark.
No. But what I'm getting at is,
I need to report something. We have somebody who's out. They're not adhering to the protocols and keeping us safe.
Jeff, you sound like you were about to do a commercial for the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. What did you just hear?
Witness relocation, please.
Say the word, son.
Jeff, he gonna be on the phone, man. His video's gonna be all pixelated.
dropping dimes. No, but the thing that that's happening in some cases is, you got to remember, man, some of these folks, it's a business. It's about money. We talk about that and other things too. But my thing is, do it right. Are you gonna shut off all the money? The faucet's is gonna be shut off, right? So
stool, pigeon, Martin.
Hey, but that brings me right back to just the fact that I see a lot of these schools here locally, a lot of these folks that I deal with and pay attention to kind of see how it's happening. Just kudos to them, because that they are really trying to listen. Okay. It is well known. The budgets are busted.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the fall busted these budgets. Yeah. Okay. The winter, you're inside. It ain't getting no better. That's not really where you're making money anyway, but you're
Right.
definitely not making money now. Okay. So instead of saying, you know what, just forget it. You know, I see a lot of these athletic directors and coaches really just saying, you know what, let's do it the right way. Let's try to make sure these kids, you know, we already feel bad for the kids in the spring, you know, that it was kind of pulled out from them, that the kids last winter, where at the end of it was pulled out from them.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the fall, so it happened to some kids too.
Right.
Okay. I see a lot of them really doing their best to try to make sure that they can salvage something for these kids,
Well,
you know,
good
as
for them.
pertains to the activities. So yeah, it is good. That they deserve the applause for that, I think, Sean. Button son. Button son. Button son. You don't have a button for that?
I don't have a button for what?
For the applause, man.
I just did it.
He wants them to
Oh,
get.
I want a standing O. Give it to him again. I
have
can't hear
nothing.
none of that. I can't hear none of that.
Sick James done lost his hearing. So now another symptom is
James.
taste, smell, and hearing. Because I
And
played the
hearing.
daggone thing, and now you're still calling for it. And just be quiet. Let me do my promo.
My
Ladies
bad.
and gentlemen, thanks for listening to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Hit that subscribe button right there when you're on the YouTube channel. Like, share, comment, engage with us. We love when you do that. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like, comment, share, engage with us there as well. You can also hear the audio anywhere you can hear a podcast. We are also available on your Alexa-enabled devices. Thanks for listening to the show. Say words, son.
Word, son.
Word,
Take
son.
that. Take that. Word, son.
No.
Braylon, we're not done yet, but we'll be done
Braylon,
soon.
look, tell Braylon, get in front of the camera. I got a problem now.
Braylon, come here. You're being beckoned.
Yes.
Screen. Let's go.
Give him the
Let's
headphones.
go.
Give him the headphones.
You're being ordered to the screen. Come on.
Give him the headphones.
Hurry up, man. Time is money,
Time is
and
money,
we ain't making
boy.
none.
Hurry
So
up.
come on.
Put your shorts on. Let's go. Get the headphones on, son.
Put the headphones on. Come on. Let's go.
He said, "Why?
Braylon,
What up, B?"
you know we're doing a podcast, so why are you interrupting your dad?
He said, "I don't know." He said, "That's because he's my dad. That's
So
why."
when your daddy tell you we done, then you can ask all the questions you want. He said he's gonna give you $50 today anyway, so afterwards, ask him for your $50.
Word, son.
Say word, son.
Yep, he said 50. Make sure you ask for it now, okay?
Okay,
I
so
love Braylon.
funny story that I was just funny. I love him too. So funny story I was just reminded of.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, I've been the last time I was on the podcast. Last time I graced y'all with my presence. We did a long time ago. So we did a segment, about a 10-second segment where I had Braylon right next to me. Okay, and we did we talked about Michael Jackson, right, and the different shades, right.
Here we go.
Now, so the other day, I'm listening to the Jackson 5 greatest hits on my album player, my record player, right? And so Braylon's listening to that. And I'm like, Braylon, you know who that is? No, who is that? And I said, that's Michael Jackson. He was young. He said, no, it's not. That sounds like a girl. And I said, Braylon, let me tell you something. That boy was your age, and he had all the ladies, okay? And so my son got the education of Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
okay? The voice change as well. He said, that's the same. No. So here's the punchline. Here's the funny part. Here's the funniest part of the story.
We're waiting on
So I
that.
show him the album. I know, right? It wasn't too funny yet. So I show him the album cover, and I point to, there's Michael Jackson. He said, Daddy, no offense, but his skin looks a lot different. He's a lot darker. Is that him? I said, Brennan, that's him. And you'll learn more about that as you get older. So, once again,
skin friend look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark skin friend look like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
It's all about teaching the children, man.
Yeah,
teaching
man.
the children.
Whew.
Man,
Woo.
I believe the children are our future.
Wait till he sees that video
I
where
gotta
Michael
witness.
tears that shirt off and you see that white chest. You'd be like, what the hell is that?
White shirt, white chest. Ah!
Oh, you're like, oh no. Zip it up, Mike.
No definition.
Man,
Nothing.
Nothing.
none.
Like a mannequin.
Hey, but he made that paper.
He did make that paper.
Make that paper. They said I was listening to something yesterday. Said in 2020, his estate earned like $250,000 off of just sketches that they found of Michael Jackson's, like sketches. Like nobody knew that he had been actually doing sketches while he was still alive, and $250,000 on just sketches in 2020.
And he
that were found.
He ain't even no artist, no drawing, no painting.
Nah.
He's just because it was by Michael's hand.
We
about to get a steno pad, boy, and see what we can do. Just money making money.
Of bubbles. Him sketching bubbles.
I don't want to see what the sketches are. All I know is make that money.
You said a man was drawing pictures of his monkey, man. Come on. You ain't got nothing else to do but draw pictures of a monkey?
Look. Well, don't leave that alone.
Leave Mike alone. Let's just keep moving.
Yeah, we'll keep that moving.
And look,
it's good for the heart.
Warning, you can make all the Mike jokes you want, but you ain't gonna come over here and make no Prince jokes. I will cut the volume. No audio for you. You come here talking with Prince jokes.
None. I will say, let me ask you this. Do you take offense to the Dr. Pepper commercials? It's the real one. You ever see those? You ever see those commercials? Hey, Google that. That.
Yes. That is a direct shot.
It is.
I thought so too.
Shots fired.
So
you know who that is, right? That's the dude from American Idol.
I don't watch that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about like when American Idol first started, Kelly Clarkson and the other guy, Justin something, they were 1 and 2. They were the 2 finalists, and he lost to her, and then they started dating. Justin and Kelly, they had a TV show and everything. That's that dude.
That's him?
Yeah, that's him. Taking a shot at my dude, Prince.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, man. I'm not even a Prince guy like that.
Now they got the new one. Oh, man. That's a shot.
It's still funny, though.
The estate should sue. Not a fan of that.
Whew, me neither. Fellas, I thank you. I thank you on this cold day in Ohio and Chicago. I don't care what it's like out there in San Diego, Sean, because I ain't there.
It's cold.
I appreciate
it normally is.
Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate the fellowship. I appreciate the getaway, the true getaway effect of this podcast. As we get ready for the next week. Appreciate it. Next time we talk, we'll be getting ready for my Super Bowl winning pick. So, a week from now, we need to get our picks in on the podcast prior to the main event. So, hopefully, you all have a good week.
I'm picking Kansas City. Ain't nothing to think about.
I
don't need a week.
Okay.
And I say it's going to be a beatdown, too.
You say it's not even going to be close, huh?
No. You said beatdown.
Not even close.
Okay. Over, under.
Right now, it's only 3 points, isn't it?
I'm saying 17, son.
I'm saying 17. That's what I was going to say.
There it is, Jeff.
I'm saying.
Got a number, Jeff?
I'm saying
I don't have a number. I got Kansas City.
Give us a number.
That's no fun.
Huh? I'll say 10.
There you go. 17, 10, and you're 17 too, Tone?
I mean, Brady's going to throw 2 picks.
Cheetah's going to
go. Look, if he throws some street football punts like he did that last game, absolutely.
The Cheetah, Tyreek is going to go nuts. I'm just saying.
What I think would be poetic justice is if Tom Brady helps contribute to a game that allows Chad Henne to get in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
Think about that. In true Michigan fashion.
When's the last Ohio State quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
When's the last time?
Say words, son.
Say words, son.
Words, son. Have a good week, everybody.